In ancient Egypt, where gods were worshipped as the creators of the universe, people believed that life and death were just two doors of the same journey, and to maintain that sacred order, they held mysterious sacrificial rites, reserved only for priests and pharaohs. Inside the giant temples, the ritual began before dawn. Priests bathed in the Nile, burned incense with resin and perfume, to cleanse their souls before meeting the gods. Every step, every incantation, had the meaning of opening the gate, connecting the human world and the gods. Opening of the temple takes place every morning at sunrise, symbolizing the resurrection of the sun god Ra. Priests enter the temple after purifying their bodies with Nile water and burning incense to wash away their sins. He opens the main shrine, where the statue of the deity, considered the living soul of the god in the earthly world, is placed. 2. Awakening the god ceremony. The priest bows, chants, and calls the spirit of the god to enter the statue. The statue is washed with holy water, anointed with perfume and dressed in new clothes, usually made of pure white linen. This is how the Egyptians take care of the god, like serving a living king. Offering ritual. After the god is awakened, the priest offers food, wine, incense, flowers, and bread to the altar. Each offering has its own meaning. Bread and beer symbolize abundance. Incense ward off evil spirits, purify the soul. Lotus symbolize rebirth in the sun. Liturgical chants are recited in the sacred language, ancient Egyptian, describing the power and gratitude to the god. In the sacrificial ritual, the chosen items are not just wealth, but symbols of life, from barley wine to living beings. The Egyptians believed that the soul of the Apis bull had the power of regeneration. Its death was not the end, but the beginning of a new cycle of the universe. The ceremony took place in the great temple of Ptah in Memphis, considered the heart of the faith of Lower Egypt. The atmosphere was solemn. Incense filled the air. The priests wore pure white linen, their heads shaved to represent purification. The people gathered outside the temple courtyard, waiting to witness the reconciliation between man and God. Apis was no ordinary bull. It was a sacred animal chosen, bearing the marks of the god, a white triangular mark on its forehead, a scarab beetle under its tongue, a split tail. When a bull bearing all these marks was born, the Egyptians believed that Ptah had descended to earth, and it would be brought to the temple in a glorious triumph. When the Apis bull came of age, around 25 years old, or when the god announced it, the priests held a ritual sacrifice of the bull respect. The bull was washed in the Nile, anointed with perfume, and decorated with lotus flowers, gold, and precious stones. Music was played, drums, flutes, and sistrums, sacred instruments, echoed throughout the temple. The chief priest recited a prayer in ancient Egyptian, asking Ptah to accept the offering, protect the pharaoh, and maintain Ma'at, cosmic order. The bull was led into the sacred courtyard before the statue of Ptah. The priest sprinkled wine and perfumed water on the bull's body, symbolizing purification. Then, in absolute silence, the sacred blade used only for this ritual was removed. When the Apis bull was sacrificed, the priests raised their hands to the sky in prayer. The soul of Apis was believed to ascend to join Ptah, carrying messages from humans to the divine realm. The body of the Apis bull was not discarded, but was carefully embalmed like the pharaoh, wrapped in linen, anointed with myrrh, and buried in a rock tomb at Serapeum, Saqqara. The Egyptians believed that each time Apis died, a new god was reborn in the form of another bull, sought through omens and sacred rituals. Spiritual significance. The sacrifice of Apis was not a slaughter, but a ritual of soul transformation, a symbol of the death and rebirth of the universe. It reminded that every living thing had a divine element, and that Ptah lived in every breath of the land, water, and people of Egypt.